So in this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through creating a personal dashboard in Dynamics 365 for sales. And along the way, I'm going to show you how creating a personal view and a personal chart to go into the dashboard. Now, it's a really good skill to be able to master, because if you can get these elements and perfect them, then you can pretty much get any data you want out of the system and get it out really quickly. So let's go into the system. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm in an opportunities area at the moment, but if I go into the dashboards area, you can see I've gone into my default sales dashboard, and I've got two different types of data being displayed here. I've got some lists, so my activities, my open opportunities. These are data views effectively, and I've got some charts that are displaying here. So if I had already created the views or charts that I wanted, or they were system ones, I could create my dashboard here and now and I wouldn't need to do anything. But let's assume you haven't created all your views or all your charts. Let's go through those steps first. And what I'm going to do is build up a dashboard, and it's going to show opportunities closing this month, opportunities to close won this month, opportunities to close lost this month, and then I want to do some analysis of my pipeline by campaign, for example. So in order to build my views, let's go to the opportunities area. I've cheated a little bit. If I go into my all opportunities, you can see I've already built the won this month and lost this month, just for the sake of brevity. But let's build the closing this month one. So in order to do that, it's these two buttons that are important: edit filters and edit columns. Also the starting point. So I could start building my view from any of these views in the system if I wanted to. Something was pretty close to what I was trying to build, I could use those, but I'm going to build it from the all opportunities. First thing I'm going to do is edit filters. Now, if I was doing this from a view that already had some filters, it would pick those up already. Because I'm in all opportunities, there's no filters applied to it. So I'm starting from scratch. If I had picked up a view with filters, didn't want them, then I've got this area here called delete all filters. I'm not deleting them permanently. It's just giving me a blank canvas from which to work. Now, I've got this button here which called add, which is what we're going to be working with. And I've got a down arrow to the right of it. So I can add a row, which is what we're going to be doing. It's effectively saying build my query, build my filters based on fields within the system, or specifically within the opportunities area. I'm not going to go into add groups. That's for more complex filters using things like or statements. And I'm not going to go into using data on related entities. Again, it's a really powerful way of analyzing data. I can do filters based on related records like the parent company for this opportunity. But again, for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to go into that. We've done some very detailed videos on this, which I'll try and provide some links to below. So what the view I'm building here is deals closing this month. So I actually want deals with the status. So when I click on this, this gives me all the fields on the opportunity area. I could scroll through, but if I just click S, I'm going to jump to the S's, select status. I then give that an operator. I've got various different operator values, but equals is fine. That is actually the one I want. So I want my opportunities to be open ones. And then we want them to be closing this month, so I need to select another row, and then we'll just scroll down for this one. Let's say the estimated close date. I could start putting some parameters of dates in, but I'm not going to, because there's a much simpler way of doing things, and that is to say I want my estimated close date to be this month. If I now apply that, that's filtered that down. So I'm happy enough with those filters. What I'm not happy with now is the data that's displayed here, because I want to know what my pipeline phase is. So I want to insert that as one of the columns that are displaying here. In order to do that, I just click on edit columns. I go to this button here called add columns. I then have all the fields on the opportunity record. I could go to related parent records if I want to and drag data from that. For the sake of simplicity, I'm not going to. I could search for the field I want to use, but I'm just scrolling down to pipeline phase. I just click on that. That's now added into the list. I don't want it to be the last column, so I can drag and drop that wherever I want that to appear. I can apply that. I've now got my view. If I want to save that view, which we're going to need to do if we're going to use it in a dashboard, then what I can do is save as a new view. This is slightly different, by the way, if you're using the legacy advanced find capabilities of Dynamics. I'll try and put in a link to a video specifically on that if you're in the legacy environment. And I'm going to call this ops closing this month, and that's given me what I need. Now if I just go to that, you can see that we've created that view. So there, we're happy enough with the views. We've got the lost, the closing, and the one. Let's go on to charts. Before we do go into charts, just one thing to say: if you are looking to get more out of your Dynamics system and you want some guidance on the best next steps, then feel very free to reach out. I've put some links below. Always happy to have a chat to you about your personal situation. Anyway, let's go back into the system and let's talk about charts. So I'm going to go back to my opportunities closing this month. Error occurred. Let me just go and refresh that. I'm sure there's no problem with that. There we go. And let's show the chart area. We want to build a personal chart. So show chart, and I can see what charts we've got. We've only got system charts at the moment. If one of these was what I wanted for my dashboard, that's fine. I wouldn't need to do anything, but let's assume it isn't. There isn't one. So I'm going to create a new chart. So to do that, if the menu isn't displaying here, just click on the three dots for more commands. One of them will be new. If I click on that, it's going to allow me now to build out my chart. Now, first thing I need to do is give that a name. Let's say ops by campaign. And then basically I need to plot what I want to do a chart on. What I want to track the estimated revenue by the source campaign. So I'm going to select estimated revenue by clicking the drop down there. As it's one of the core fields, then it's displayed at the top. So I'm going to select estimated revenue, and then I want to do that by source campaign is what we said. So if I just scroll down and I can select source campaign, then I get this little rendering of it. It looks horrible, but it's just telling me that, you know, it's working. There is something there, and now I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to save and close it, and I can now see ops closing this month by the various different campaigns we're running. So I've now built my personal chart. So views are done, charts done. Let's go and build the dashboard. Just go to the dashboards area, and similar to what we've had before, I've got a plus new. Let's click on that. Plus new Dynamics 365 dashboard. For the sake of brevity and the fact we're only looking at 4 elements, I'm just going to select a 4-element dashboard and click create. And now I've got my dashboard builder. I'm going to give this a name. We'll call that Richard Test. And I can then insert into these 4 panes what I want to appear there. And say we've got the option of charts and views. Charts are that icon, views are that icon. So let's put our 3 views in. So first thing it asked me to do is put the record type. The record type was opportunities. So I'll type in O. I'm going to jump to the opportunities area with any luck. And I now need to select my view. And let's put ops closing this month, which was the first one I've done. Let's add that one. Let's go to the next one, and again, let's just jump to O for opportunities, and we're going to put in the next one, which was 1 this month, and that's now added. We'll go to the next one, and again, jump to opportunities, and we'll select our last one, which was lost this month, I think. Save, and now we want to add the chart. So instead of using the view icon, I just put the chart, use the chart icon, and again I need to select the record type. You can mix record types within a dashboard. Then I'm going to select opportunity. The view I need to select, well, I want to use the view So the data the chart is going to display is going to be based on the opportunities closing this month. And the chart I want to use is my opportunities by campaign that I created earlier. So I've added that, I've saved that, and if I close that, you can now see the Richard Test dashboard has appeared. I've got my ops closing this month. I've got my one this month. We've not lost any this month, which is great. And I've got my analysis by my deals closing this month by the various different campaigns we've been running. So effectively, I have created my own personal views. I've created my own personal charts. I've created my own personal dashboard. So that's the basics of it. I'll put some links to some of the more advanced concepts on views, charts, and dashboards below. We've got various playlists that we've done for that if you want to get into those areas in more detail. This is one of a wide range of videos we've done about Dynamics 365 for sales. Please feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Also, you're going to suggested content ideas or you need any help in Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, thanks very much for your time today and hopefully see you again soon.